Ladies and gentlemen, Crown Jewel has finally finished up, and this was an insane show. This was like, they had a lot of great moments that surprised me, a lot of wins that I didn't expect. This was actually a pretty good show. So I'm out here again with another review video. I'm getting my floor in my arena place, but I don't even care because I just want to review this show, give you guys the rundown of it, my rundown of Crown Jewel 2023. Okay, so the first match of the night, we opened off with Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. And let me tell you, this match right here it was actually a pretty good one to start the show. Like, there's a lot of matches that you can do to start the show. I didn't expect this one to because, there was a whole bunch of like stuff about Damen cashing in and stuff like that. So I thought it was going to be a surprise. But this turned out great either way, and they both performed really well in this match. I think that there was like so much effort put into this. And Drew McIntyre, his whole story, he wanted to win the title, but he couldn't in front of fans because of the pandemic. And Seth's story, he's just trying to hold on to the title. He's trying to keep his game up there. And both these men had a good story into the match. I thought Seth Rollins was going to win. He did win, and that was great. So, yeah. And as for that match's rating, I'd give it like maybe an 8 out of 10. It's not the best match from tonight, but it definitely isn't like the worst match of the night. You get the point. It's a good match, but there were better matches on the card. So for me, it's an 8 out of 10. I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. All right, so our next match we got the Fatal 5-Way over here. Mommy Rhea, Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Raquel Rodriguez. They all did really great in this match, and they really showed off their fight. It was kind of hard, the restrictive clothing that they always have in these shows in Saudi Arabia. It's kind of hard on the moves that they can do, but I thought they did pretty great with what they had, and it was a pretty good match. Like, there was a lot of moments that were pretty nice. They had like a whole ton of different stuff going on during that match, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it like many, and this was just a great match. There's not really much else to say about it. As for Rhea retaining the title, I feel like that was the right decision, but at the same time, it would have been nice to see any of the other women win, like especially Raquel Rodriguez. I feel like she should win the title, but as for me, I thought this was a great match. This match, I'll give it like a 9 out of 10. Okay, before we go on, I just realized I forgot to mention something about the Drew-Seth match here. So let me just mention that. Right over here, we had the cash-in that happened, and this was a good cash-in, but I feel like it may have been the wrong time. He shouldn't have gone out during Crown Jewel and stuff like that, because first off, Seth wasn't as weakened as you would want someone to be after a match. At least he didn't look that way. And also, I mean, the atmosphere. He was taking very long to put it in, so it very much seemed like someone was going to come out and stop him, and someone did, and that someone was Sammy. And he had a rough with him and everything, and it was kind of weird, but at the same time, kind of like deserved, I guess. But I don't know, I just wanted to mention that. Anyways, let's keep going. Okay, so now next up, we have John Cena and Solo Sikoa. I don't have a Solo Sikoa figure, so I just put John Cena here. And this was kind of a sad way to go out for Cena. Like, this just feels surreal. Like, you don't expect John Cena to just retire at a random show in Saudi and lose, for that matter. So it was kind of weird, and, it kind of feels like this is the end for him. Like, he didn't leave his bands in the ring or anything, but, like, this feels like the end for him. Because what else is he going to do? As for the match itself, the match was pretty well performed. Solo Sikoa definitely got some good stuff in there. John Cena did all he could, all with his strength. And, yeah, this was a great match. For me, I'd give this maybe like a 7 out of 10, only because there are better matches that I've seen. But overall, this was good. And if John Cena retires, thank you, Cena. So next up is one that I actually don't have displayed here, but it's Logan Paul versus Rey Mysterio. First off, I hated the ending to this match. I hated the ending to this match. Logan Paul, I don't think should have the title, and a lot of you are going to get mad at me for that, but I just want to explain my reasoning to this. So, like, you have your part-time title on Roman over here, and, he's part-time. He leaves for a little bit and then comes back a couple weeks later, a couple months maybe, and then you have Logan Paul here who has a full YouTube schedule, and he also is a part-timer, so you can't just put the title on him and expect him to be there like every week. So I feel like he might lose the title soon. He might not. We might not see him till the Rumble or Mania. But, like, in terms of the match, it was good. And, yeah. The reason I didn't understand why, like, there was someone that came in to help Logan Paul with, like, the brass knuckles. And I don't understand why, because, like, Santos came to chase him out. But he left the brass knuckles, like, right here where Logan Paul could get to them. And as a result, he got to them. He beat Rey Mysterio, and that was just kind of weird. Like, why would you leave those on the ring? I don't know. It was just kind of weird, but overall the match is like a 6 out of 10, and I thought it was good. Because that's the way I think the match was, but if you guys have a different opinion, I would like to hear it, though. So let me hear your opinions on Logan Paul's win in the comments, and like this video if you want to, subscribe if you want to, and yeah, let's keep going. All right, now next up we have probably one of my favorite matches on this card, Io Shirai and Bianca Belair. And Io Shirai, she has damage control and everything. Bianca Belair was going into this pretty much alone, and I didn't expect much out of this match. I expected it to be a normal match, and Bayley came out. She tried to get the advantage by trying to knock out Bianca Belair, but then there was Kairi Sane that came in, and that was really unexpected for me. I didn't think she was even going to be in Saudi Arabia, let alone in this show, and I didn't really believe the rumors that were out there, but it was really good to see her come back, and I don't know what she's going to do. I don't know if she's going to be a singles wrestler. She kind of hinted towards going after the title, but I don't know. She may just join Damage Control with Io Shirai. But, yeah. Overall, I'd give this match rating a 8 out of 10. This was really good. Again, there's other matches on the card which I would like to get to, but this was a really good match, and props to all of the performers. All right, and next up, the second last match before we get to our big main event here. And before we get to that, we got to go through with Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest over here. And this was a pretty good match. Obviously no cash-ins or anything. There's no titles on the line. And this was like a pretty mid-tier match. It's something that like is here to get Cody a win, to get him up on the boards, I guess you could say. And as for Damian Priest, he was looking for a challenge. He got one with Cody Rhodes. So I'd give this match this is going to be a quick rating, like maybe a 5 out of 10, because I don't really think it was that good, but there may be other opinions. I want to know them. But yeah. And finally, it's time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Time for my main event rating. This was a great match. The sad part about it was that we knew, at least a lot of us knew, LA Knight was going to lose, because it wasn't likely that they were going to take the title off of Roman at a Saudi show. That's just not something WWE does. But at the same time, it's just kind of amazing to see the fans show up and make it seem like LA Knight is actually going to win. And as for me, it was a really, really well executed match. This one is 10 out of 10, and I'm not really happy with the result, but at the same time, I kind of knew it was going to happen. And as for Jimmy Uso over here, I really like this scene here, LA Knight bashing him into the announcer's table, and that was really nice, and I really liked LA Knight. All the stuff he did in this match was wonderful, and as for Roman Reigns, all the stuff he did was great. Overall, this was a great match, 10 out of 10. I really enjoyed it, and there was just so much going on in this Crown Jewel show. This was an insane show. Let that be said. This was an insane show, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And if you want to see more, smash the like button and subscribe to the SLW channel. We'll have more videos out soon as I get this arena floor fixed here. But we'll have more videos out soon.